Doctor is returning for Star Trek Starfleet Academy. Yes, I know we've just had him back in Star Trek Prodigy Season 2, but this time, he's back in live action. Yes, the Doctor from Star Trek Voyager. He's also joining some other familiar faces from the Star Trek universe. We've got all the news live from San Diego Comic-Con right here for you. And I think with this news, Starfleet Academy is starting to sound a lot more interesting. More inside the video. Let's go. Hey everyone, I'm Captain Jack. Welcome to Trek Central. We're bringing you the latest news from San Diego Comic-Con. First up, yes, Mr. Robert Picardo himself is back as the Doctor from Star Trek Voyager. Of course, we've only just recently seen him in the animated series of Star Trek Prodigy Season 2, where he's on board with Voyager A, and if you've seen it, you see the adventures he gets up to. Well, this news basically means Picardo is back in live action for the Academy series. Now, given the Academy series is set in the 32nd century, that's right, it's up there with Star Trek Discovery's 31st and 32nd essentially. I think it's 32nd century or 31st, whatever, it's set during that time zone. It does beg some questions. Is this the actual original Doctor, or is this the Doctor from Living Witness? If you watched Star Trek Voyager all those years ago back in Season 4, I believe episode 23 was titled Living Witness. To cut a long story short, and don't worry, we'll do a full recap of this sometime soon, it basically told the story of where an EMH, the emergency medical hologram backup, sort of got lost, and the civilization who found them reactivated it and realized their sort of version of events of Voyager's history wasn't exactly the correct way. It wasn't the warship Voyager. They weren't going around shooting every alien they find. That was the Equinox. I'm just kidding. But basically, that's a quick sum up of that. But Doctor did eventually work with civilization. They set things out correctly, and he eventually left to go home to the Alpha Quadrant to Earth. Now, it was around about in the 31st, edging into the 32nd century. So if he is to appear in Starfleet Academy, which as we know does take place in the 32nd century, is it our version of the main Doctor, as in the main EMH we see in Voyager and Prodigy, or is it the Living Witness version? So much has happened in all these years, from the burn in Star Trek Discovery and all the events happening in the Temporal Wars and such. It would make sense if maybe it was the Living Witness one. Just a little theory there. I'll leave it for you guys to comment down below. Look, we're Star Trek fans. We all love our theories of what possibly could happen in the Star Trek universe. Regardless, I think Robert Picardo is a great character, and the Doctor, or should I say great actor, and the Doctor is a great character to introduce the Starfleet Academy. Seeing how he interacted with the cadets, our Prodigy crew in Star Trek Prodigy, I think it makes more sense for him to come aboard and teach at the Academy. And with all his time and adventure on Voyager and various other parts of the Star Trek universe, why not? Seriously, one of the best characters to introduce, but he won't be alone. A few Star Trek Discovery cast members are also joining him. We've got Tig Notaro, who will be reprising a role as Jet Reno. Now, Picardo and Notaro will be series regulars. The next two I'm about to introduce will just be guest stars, i.e. they won't be in every single episode. Oded Fair is back as Fleet Admiral Charles Vance. I don't think whatever you think of Star Trek Discovery Season 3, 4, and 5, I think Vance, or Admiral Vance, was actually a really good character. Oded Fair really has the Admiral vibes, as people keep referring to him, and I can't wait to see more of him in that capacity as a Starfleet Fleet Admiral. And of course, Mary Wiseman is back as Ensign Sylvia Tilly, or not Ensign anymore, as Sylvia Tilly. I keep thinking she's an Ensign ever since Discovery. She's back in her capacity as Sylvia Tilly. We already know from Discovery Season 4 and Season 5, she's sort of moving to being an instructor at the Academy. She's almost already there, working with Academy students and taking them on new adventures, which is really, really cool. She'll just be in a guest star, so she'll be popping in every now and again. Maybe she's off doing something else at the Academy. We don't quite know. Regardless, it's going to be really cool. This news actually got me more excited for the Academy series. When it was initially announced, I was a bit on the hedge about it. I was like, do we need an Academy series? Part of me's still there right now. I would much rather see something like Star Trek Legacy, or something set in the 25th century. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to get that proper Star Trek series we want in the 25th century. There was a new series announced at San Diego Comic-Con. That's more of an action comedy live action. But it is being created by Tawny Newsome, and I think is it Justin Simeon. So something's happening there, but it's not the Legacy series we want. It's not revisiting Deep Space Nine. But regardless, Robert Picardo being back, I think that is definitely going to convince me to watch Starfleet Academy. I mean, come on, we'll be watching anyway. We are Trek Central. You know, it kind of had to happen. But still, it's more of a draw for me, and I think it would be more of a draw for casual fans of the Star Trek universe who maybe weren't sold on the idea of Academy to begin with. Now they've got something to actually get them on board and get interested in it. I think that's really exciting. Now, in terms of other cast members for Star Trek Academy, we've got Casey Brooks, Bella Shepherd, George Hawkins, Kareem Diane, and Zoe Steiner. They're joining as basically the cadets on the Academy show. Everyone's being taught by the Doctor, interacting with Sylvia Tilly and Jet Reno, which is really exciting. I can't wait to see Jet Reno in like an actual series regular thing. In Discovery, we had her in a few episodes, but she wasn't there. Like, she popped off. She was only a guest star, so she popped up every now and again, did some engineering work, annoyed everybody, then disappeared. You know, it would be nice to actually see more of her. We've also got Paul Giamatti, who's going to be playing the series villain. That's really interesting. And most recently, in the last week, Gina Yashiri was announced as a series regular as well, probably another instructor. Finally, we also have Holly Hunter, who is a Starfleet captain and the Chancellor of the Academy. That's going to be really exciting. I can't wait to see what she does in the series. So far, it's a really exciting cast. I wish we kind of saw some more concept art from the Starfleet Universe panel at San Diego. I would kind of like to know what our new Academy setting is going to look like. Is it going to be like the 25th, or so I say 24th century Starfleet Academy, or the one we're familiar with in Star Trek Online? It could maybe not even be on Earth. We don't actually know if that's going to happen. The last we saw of it, it kind of exists at Federation HQ and such. So yeah, that's a big question. I kind of hope it's on Earth in a way, but I could see them maybe not doing that. You know, having the entirety of the Federation stationed on Earth, it definitely made for a headache occasionally. But you know, it's quite exciting. I really hope we do have this sort of like classic Starfleet Academy experience. I think I would connect with fans who are wanting something from the 24th and 25th centuries. Yeah, it's something I'm really hoping we go for there. In terms of other information about Starfleet Academy, it is due to start filming very, very soon. We know it's going to follow the adventures of a new class of Starfleet cadets as we come into like one of the most legendary places in the galaxy. Interestingly, if Academy is just reopened and it's not been open for quite a while, is it still a legendary place? I don't know. I guess the name Starfleet Academy is legendary to the galaxy, like it's been running for so long. We see the series is probably going to navigate these cadets becoming Starfleet officers, and basically they're having blossoming friendships, romances, rivalries, and also going to encounter the new enemy that sort of threatens the Academy and the Federation itself. I do kind of hope with the enemy, who's obviously played by Paul Giamatti, that it's not going to be the super evil villain that's going to destroy the galaxy. I feel like Discovery fell into that trap of having that quite often. DMA, The Burn, and not so much season 5, but almost there anyway. You know, if we got the progenitor tech, they could destroy the universe. Let's just make it a classic villain who's an annoyance. Make them a pain in the ass, they pop up, ruin a few things, and go away. We don't need them to be a galactic threat, and we don't need a bunch of kids solving a galactic threat. Just make it a cool Star Trek series where they're just an annoying villain, but we're oh so familiar with Star Trek Next Gen and Deep Space Nine. I hope that's not too much to ask for. We do know Alex Kurtzman, the sort of big cheese of the Star Trek universe, if you will, is being the executive producer and co-showrunner. He's working with Noga Lando as the co-showrunner. Both of them are working alongside executive producers Gia Villano, Aaron Bears, Olasandio Sunsai, Jenny Lumet, Rod Roddenberry, Trevor Roth, Frank Sokusa, and John Webber. Those last two names are involved in practically every Star Trek live-action series, so you know you're in roughly good hands. Guy Volo actually wrote the premiere episode of Starfleet Academy, so scripts are written and filming is due to commence very, very soon. In terms of when we could see Academy, that's a tough question I'm sure many of you kind of want to know the answer to. I don't think we'll see Academy until 2026. I'd be very surprised if it did come out in late 2025. Next year's a very busy year for Star Trek. We've got Section 31, the sort of original movie event. We've of course got Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Yeah, a lot's going on at the minute. I don't think we'll have room to see Academy. I may be proved wrong though if it does come out in 2025. Let's see where it goes. But for the minute, it's not going to happen. So to recap, the Doctor is back in Star Trek Starfleet Academy. It is fantastic news for the Star Trek universe. I'm excited. Admiral Vance is back, Tig Notaro as Jet Reno, and Mary Wiseman as Sylvia Tilly. It's an action-packed series. I cannot wait to see where they go. It is definitely something new and different for the Starfleet universe. I'm still hesitant about it. I would like a legacy series or something along those lines, so we'll see where it ends up. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Do let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I've been Captain Jack here on Trek Central. Thank you for watching. Live long and prosper, my friends.